बात आज बहुत सीरियस है। थैंक यू। और बहुत सी चीज़ें हैं that I would like to cover, but it may not be possible. So I'll just give a hint of the points. And I suggested to Dr. Imran that perhaps if I speak for 12-15 minutes and then if you have more time, just ask me the relevant question and then I will be able to respond to it. Like Dr. Saab mentioned, science diplomacy. And that is precisely what has happened to me on the very first day on my success. What happened was, this hybrid of peace, when I first created, I received a long TEDx. उन्हीं दिनों की बात है, ये 1976 की बात है actually. Japan and New Zealand at diplomatic level, they exchange list of scientific projects undertaken in each country. Would you believe it, Dr. Saab, that the project of this boy from the Khyber Pass was encircled by the Japanese High Commission, the Japanese ambassador to New Zealand, that the Mitsubishi Biotech in Japan is interested in this project. And that very project brought the New Zealand government and the Japanese government on the same page. And they took that particular gene, and the gene was, how many of you are biologists? Because Imran had cautioned me that forget about your job and just talk to us like a man. So that gene was, and the baat hai sarson ki. Sarson, we call it brassica in our scientific terminology. In Pakistan, we use it for edible oil, sarson ka tel, canola. Here in New Zealand, because they have plenty of butter or animal fat, edible oil was not yet important. But in Pakistan, it is the key issue. Second to petroleum, I think the biggest bill is on edible oil. Working in the lab for New Zealand on a fodder brassica, fodder forage, घास उसकी जो बात है उस पे, लेकिन my mind is in Pakistan. On the sideline, I kept this particular aspect of the project alive and well. So I give the name to the book, Hybrid of Peace. How would I change to the next slide?
Just press the arrow.
Any arrow?
Any
Downward. You have to teach me to this is what they have problem. My daughter was telling me with the old professor. So इस मौके के मुनासिबत से I have only just picked up 4 aspects of the work that I have done here in this country. Forget about the journal. You can read this, The Birth of Disease-Free Potatoes. I will be using the word I, but forgive me for that word I. because New Zealand has a culture of its own. At that time, like in Pakistan, in Ayub Khan era, we thought we are the best. Pakistani army is the best. Pakistani Air Force is the best. Because that's all we knew and that is all what we have been taught. Here in New Zealand, they had exactly the same way of thinking. That whatever New Zealand does is the best. And if you bring new idea, lateral ideas, oh, looks like foreign to me. This was the common sentence. This looks like foreign to me. And here I was determined, a stubborn, मेरा बचपन का नाम था जाहिल. Among the siblings, when I make up my mind that this is what it is, that it what it will be. And the same thing I did here. I introduced genetic engineering in this country. And that story is really a very serious one because they give me a responsibility that the whole crop of forage brassica or sarson was destroyed by aphid. Aphid is thalia. The traditional way of breeding a disease-resistant plant was not on, so I had to look for something else. And that was the genetic engineering. And for the first time, a professor in Nottingham had created a plant from a single cell, a protoplast we call it. I wrote to him, and he did that in Petunia, a plant, a floral plant. And I said, I want to use that technique in Brassica. And he said, come over. I went to my director that I'm going to Nottingham. He said, no way. I said, I am going. I went to my professor and I told Professor Linger, he just died in this 2018, unfortunately. I said, Prof, I want to go to Nottingham to work with Professor Cocking, but the director is not willing, but I can go without telling him. He said, oh, no, you must tell him because sooner or later he will catch up with you. So I went to my director and said, I'm gone. I went there. Believe you me, I concentrated to the extent that the very first experiment I did produced the results that we were looking for. And that Professor Kagin telling me that, honey, if you have achieved something in 6 weeks that I could not achieve in 10 years. He wrote to Dr. Smith here that I would like Hanif to stay here for at least a year so that we bring this subject to final successful conclusion. The director said, no, come home. Oh boy. I came home and he promised me to establish the lab here. The Director General said no. My director and my Director General at Lagari. What ultimately happened was, and I was told this about 10 years ago, that Hanif, that had nothing to do with you. The Director General did not want genetic engineering established in the South Island. So if we think we have challenges in Pakistan, the challenges were here too, and those challenges are here even now. But if you believe in yourself, if you believe in your objective, get on with it. Although this thing was on, and another incident I will tell you, we didn't have, so the director said, okay, honey, let's do it from our own resources. We could not afford to buy a autoclave. Autoclave is something that we have to sterilize our soil because diseases would kill the genetically engineered plant if the soil is not sterilized. So we got hold of a Chinese-made autoclave. the Marine Department would not commission it. And my prized material died because of nematode. Nematode is a small insect in the soil which attacks a plant, and that seedling died. I went to my director, Marine Department, to prove it or not, I am going to start that machine on my own risk, but I just want to let you know. He just closed his eyes and I went ahead, and I'm sure that machine still works. Because it was a Chinese machine, they did not trust. It had to be from Britain. The immigrants had to be from Britain. They would not trust a Pakistani immigrant or an Indian or a Chinese. This was the culture under which I worked in this culture. The director said to me, Hanif, I knew you will succeed and the Brit will not give you back without a fight. That's why I brought you here. Alhamdulillah. Succeeded. I think I took more than 10 minutes, I haven't even started my